Hello, everybody.
Howdy do.
Welcome back. I don't know how well the stream is going to be working today. We're having internet problems and latency problems, so my mouth might be moving way faster than the audio is actually moving.
And my mouth could be moving way slower than the audio is moving.
We're stuck in time fractals. That's our topic today, time fractals.
Fractalations of the mouth.
Fractalations.
It's the Goldilocks theory.
Too fast, too slow. Just right.
Yeah, because that's how people would describe me.
Just right. I would.
Yeah, so our video quality might not be the best today, but listen to our voices. Our voices should be coming through.
Yeah. If you're not into seeing our beautiful faces, you can just listen.
Yeah, you know what? Like, it's supposed to be video, but just you could act like it's a podcast. Like, this is the Overweight podcast right now.
Yeah, the video is bonus.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because everybody is on the internet today.
Mm-hmm.
News just in. 7 billion people on internet at same exact time. Ruins renowned podcast. But yeah, no, I'm excited to be back. Honestly, like, I don't know if you've actually been able to check out, whoever's watching now or in the future, all the advertisements we started doing. Mm-hmm. I'm happy with the end product. It's my first time dealing with advertisements, and we literally did one take wonders. We're just like, all right, we need advertisements for this next 2 months. Yeah. And we just hammered them out in literally probably under an hour. We're just like, let's just do it, and I don't know. It went really well.
Yeah, I mean, we get the message across in each of them. They're very,
it's the only way we can.
that's all I'm going to say about it.
Yeah, no, seriously, go over to our Facebook page, Artist Over the Way, or our YouTube, which is just Over the Way Productions. Mm-hmm. And right now, Over the Way Productions just has some advertisements, but it will have every single one of these videos for you guys to watch in the future. Is that Mama Broccoli? That's a Mama Broccoli.
That's a broccoli.
Hi, Mama
The
Broccoli.
traditional broccoli has been spoken.
The broccoli has been spoken.
The commencement of the podcast has begun.
All right. It's like when they throw bottles at boats to christen them.
Yeah, and then
except it's your mom typing broccoli at
it's
us.
a soft broccoli bouncing off.
The production company is the boat, and the broccoli is the bottle.
Yeah.
I like that.
The analogy.
There's no way to damage a production company with broccoli. You know what?
You can only strengthen.
I'm gonna knock on wood. You could probably destroy the world with broccoli.
We get sued by broccoli. It's like
broccoli Incorporated.
Broccoli Incorporated.
Anyway, to the actual show.
We're art newsing today, and in the words of Thomas, we're talking about Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl. Well.
Yeah, we'll just start with that, because 90% of the advertisement was either just us saying the word news or Dave Grohl. So.
Yeah, I know.
But we're talking about art news, if that wasn't clear. We're talking about art news today. And that's what we were doing.
Dave Grohl does news.
And as everyone knows, if there's music news, Dave Grohl's going to be there.
He's in it.
Every time.
Yeah, like Miley Cyrus does some crazy, weird twerking thing on, live television. Dave Grohl's there holy shit, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, you just see him in the background, in it.
Yeah,
He's the one who organized it,
He's like, yes.
Grohl knows news.
For those of you who don't know Dave Grohl, you know what? I was going to do the introduction, but I'll let you do the introduction, because there really might be people who don't know who Dave Grohl is, just from the name, although he is an awesome dude.
Renowned,
here's what I'll say. He looks a lot like the drummer from Nirvana.
Easy. Hands down.
He looks so similar to him. It's hilarious.
It really does throw me through a loop every time I see him. They have to be brothers.
Yeah,
Distant cousins. I don't know. Dave Grohl shaved.
Yeah.
Look exactly like him.
Yeah, man. 30 years younger.
Mm-hmm. Can't even remember the name of the drummer for Nirvana.
Yeah. I think it was Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl.
He was the drummer for Nirvana, and he's the current lead singer of the Foo Fighters, which is basically his solo project.
Crisp can.
Fuck yeah. ASMR. He did recently, because of all of the COVID stuff going on, he's been having to do more video things, and he did a project with this man named Kirsten. I don't know a lot about him, but I know about Dave Grohl.
Kirsten.
Yeah, I should have looked up his name. That was the one thing I didn't know. about the whole thing, and now I'm like,
but
damn, I didn't
it's
know his
multiple
name.
projects, so it's not just Kirsten, is it?
No, it's Dave Grohl and that guy doing all these songs that they did in December. If anybody wants to check that out, you just go to the Foo Fighters YouTube channel. But they do a song every day of Hanukkah it's a different Jewish artist on each one of them. So it celebrates Jewish artists, and there was a lot of them in there that I didn't know. Like, I didn't know that the Beastie Boys were Jewish.
Right.
Did you, Tony? Did you know that?
I honestly did not.
I don't know a single Beastie Boy was Jewish.
Them Beastie Boys. Hey, for those of you guys who are just joining, we're talking about art news today.
Welcome.
Talking about art news today. We're starting with Dave Grohl. I can't actually read that far today.
I got you now.
We're gonna let the comments build up today, and we're totally gonna approach every comment.
Yeah, we got.
So
chat
ask
ready.
your questions, ask whatever you want, or talk about whatever you want. We'll definitely, if you have any art news you want to talk about too, we'd love to bring that up if we know anything about it.
Yeah, as far as artistry goes, throw some stuff our way, and I want to see an octopus in the chat. If I can
There's
get
gotta
one
be
of
at
those.
least 2 octopus.
I need to see.
Octopuses.
I don't think you had to say anything. I think that was.
It was
gonna happen anyway.
But I wanted to call it.
Hold it.
I was told, actually at work a couple days ago, that the plural for it was either cactuses or octopus was like octopleb, octoplebian. Octoplebeian.
Fucking serious.
It caught me off guard because I was like, no, it's octopi. Duh. It was like, no, I'm wrong.
Like, if you made a pie with octopus in it, would it be an octopi?
Octopi.
And if there was multiple octopus is in there, it would be octopi squared.
2, yeah. It's 2 pies stacked on top of each other.
You gotta do math to eat a pie.
That's what you gotta find the circumference.
Octopleb is an insult.
Octopleb.
That's like you're an 8-legged pleb.
Vernacular, don't verbatim. That's what I'm looking for. It might not be octopleb, but it was such a weird word.
Cactopleb. Cactoplebs.
It did catch me off guard. I wish I would have hung on to the word, but it definitely was an octopi, and that threw me through the loop.
Octopleb.
Octoplebs.
I can't get over that.
Octoplebian. Yeah.
Thank you, Colton, for the octopi squid.
Yeah.
See, and there's a difference between squid and Squidward and octopus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And SpongeBob isn't a kitchen sponge. The more you know.
But he also derives from the octoplebian family.
Yes, very close together.
Dave Grohl. Yeah, I was waiting. I was just gonna come in with it. I was gonna be like, so Dave Grohl does a spot-on Beastie Boys impression. If I recommend one video, it's the first one they did, and it's that one.
Killer start.
He plays the drums for it, which they're not that hard, but he plays the drums for it, and he does the vocals, which that makes it kind of hard. And in itself, just doing those vocals and making it sound authentic to the style that they did for that, it's pretty hard.
He nailed it.
Yeah. It's like he's like almost 50 or something, and he still can do like those vocals.
My brain is not as fresh as it should be with this, because we were just talking about this probably 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. And I watched them then, and now my brain is not so. Did they specifically? It was a cover album, right?
Yeah, it was all covers. Everything was a cover.
It is 8 songs over the course of Hanukkah, which I'm sure may potentially be released in a physical copy. I don't know.
Right.
Their entire project idea, but every day you just got an update on YouTube that they did a different song, and I don't know if you could pull up the list of different songs that they had. It started off with the Beastie Boys, and then I want to say they did did they do a Cream song?
I don't know. I'm gonna look it up.
Thomas is literally looking it up right now. While you're looking that up, I want to hear from Mikey. You brought up the word astrology. You know what? Maybe we should keep it music for a second, just to keep it in the music world.
Yeah,
because 1 second.
I could throw a little coin in for Dave Grohl too. This is aside from political or anything that we want to stay away from on this chat or channel. Dave Grohl and the Foo Fighters played for Biden's inauguration, and really good show. Like, they always put on a great show.
They played. I didn't even see that they played at the White House.
Yeah,
they were at the White House.
They did a whole inauguration show. The main song that I caught from that was Times Like These.
Oh wait,
classic.
I guess the inauguration is not the White House, huh? It's
I
at the
think it's a
Capitol
little
building.
after
Is that the Capitol?
after party.
You should know this.
Yeah.
Nope.
Shows where
It's not.
we're sitting at on the political scale. Yeah, the Oval Office is in Arizona.
It's in Arizona. It's in the desert, right? It's underground. That's where Area 51 comes
Bunkers,
from.
man. But I watched the video when it came out. It was a really cool performance, and I feel like times like these was a very good song choice for where we're like moving from 2020 into 2021. Having a song about learning to love again and grow again is perfect. Foo Fighters killed it, and I think
As they do.
As they do.
As
We
they
saw
do.
them.
You guys did go to see them. I think you guys were at the same concert as Cade, weren't you?
This was in Virginia.
Oh, never mind.
I
never
went
mind.
to one out here.
That was in Casper.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
because
Casper.
the natives actually last time Cade Blake shout out again at Cade
Huge
Blake
shout out.
Creatives. He's making an advertisement for us, and he came up with some cool pictures that we're gonna release slowly. Probably just use them as advertisements because all of them are super cool.
I didn't see a single shot that wasn't like just
Spot on.
tasty. He's so good.
But yeah, we're starting to work with him, and he was a musician. I mean, he's still a phenomenal musician. But
Yeah, he's
their-
actually teaching
their band is
classes.
now on hiatus.
Mhm.
But
Which I
they're
think
also music appreciators, hardcore.
yeah, I was gonna say
good
that
music.
opens up with the hiatus. Cade's also teaching classes. Which if you watch our other live stream what we did with the performer Ototop, we had mentioned in that he's was it booking for classes as far as like photography. Phenomenal musician doing.
He started back up classes for music. He's doing lessons again. He wasn't doing them for a while, but he is Cade Blake Creatives. He's doing guitar lessons, and if you need vocal lessons, I actually teach vocal lessons. So we got you covered. I teach musical theater too, and this actually we're gonna get to this, but this guy teaches improv. So like if you need to learn how to be perform ready, we got you kind of covered, like up professional wise.
Yeah.
We got little sprinkles of like ideas and talents from all corners. So
Truthfully.
hopefully,
for real.
hopefully everybody that comes in and hangs out with us gets a little taste of everything. Excited about that.
But not all at once. No one can handle that.
You must. That's too flavorful. It's like ratatouille on steroids.
Too much umami.
much.
Too much.
So I looked up all the songs,
Yes.
and it doesn't give me
Yes.
on YouTube the title of the songs, but it gives me all the artists.
That's
and
cool.
I think that's better. So the Beastie Boys was the one. They do Sabotage. I know the song on that one. And they also did Drake, because he is apparently Jewish.
He did Hotline Bling.
Yeah, he did Hotline Bling.
I did not realize he was like. It's so interesting the different backgrounds that people have that they're just not so vocal about.
Right, it's not like their
Yeah.
defining like feature. And
Which I think that's honestly how it probably should be in
Right.
a lot of ways.
Yeah, like
Kinda.
Drake's Canadian also.
yeah, he's Canadian. He was
I did know that
a child actor.
because Drake was on Degrassi, right?
Degrassi. He
My
played
girlfriend in
Henry
high school
Kissinger.
loved it. I mean, I guess I can't just say my girlfriend in high school. A lot of people love Degrassi.
Full honesty, I loved Degrassi. I didn't like it when I was younger, but it was pretty good.
Oh, wheelchair guy.
It's pronounced Degrassi.
Degrassi.
It's Degrassi. It's Canadian.
Oh, our poor video stream today. Our video bitrate is not cooperating.
Yeah,
so
please
seriously,
forgive us.
forgive the internet. Forgive my inter.
We take 2 weeks off, and the internet turns its back on us. Thank you.
Yet again.
5G.
5G.
Back in my day.
Back in my day. All right, Tom. Well, back to you for some Dave Grohl spookles.
Yeah.
They did a song about peaches.
That was it. I was thinking cream. See? Man.
Peaches, cream.
Peaches
yeah.
and
I was like, there has to be something, but
man, there's just too many food bands out there, you know.
I think the Peaches song was pretty raunchy. I wouldn't recommend that for our younger audience.
Yep. I want to say the name here, but I don't really know if I should.
Blank, The Pain Away, and then what's the next artist?
Moving on.
But it was a really good cover. Once you
that's
move
right.
past
Yeah,
the M
like,
rating.
Talk the pain away.
Talk the pain away with your
Talk
friends.
it away.
I
Talk the
literally
pain
don't know what
away.
you're talking about, so I believe you. It's talk the pain away.
We're good at censoring.
Yeah.
That was really good. I mean, it sounds legit.
Bob Dylan is the next one.
Bob Dylan.
I don't remember what song,
Bob Dylan.
but I do remember it was a Bob Dylan song.
Which I mean, Bob Dylan. If you look through that history, he won a what was the word? What's the award that you get for like a lifetime achievement?
The Lifetime Achievement Award?
No, it wasn't actually.
The Lifetime Achievement Award.
It wasn't even it was for literature, but it's the Nobel Peace Prize.
Oh.
He won the Nobel Peace.
Yeah, he won the Nobel Peace Prize for literature because of his poetry and music.
Oh, Bob Dylan. See, I loved listening to Bob Dylan growing up, and then I watched that We Are the World from back in the 70s, and literally the entire time he looks like he is just either really high or just upset to be there. Like he did not want to be there. He's like, everyone's like getting into it, and he's just like,
I don't want to be here. I can't do a Bob Dylan.
It looks like they made him sway. They're just like, Bob, you gotta sway, and he's just like,
We are the world.
Another $1 million, please.
We are the children.
So who? I always get these two artists confused. Who's the artist that you really like that has a name similar to that? It's like it's not Bob Dylan, but it's
There's Bob Marley.
Nope, it's not a Bob.
Oh, Dance.
No, it's I think it's a Dave.
Grohl.
Not Grohl. It's another Dave. Maybe I'm wrong. I can't remember.
Is it Cage the Elephant?
No.
Beck.
No.
I like a lot of music. We can keep going.
I
man.
know, we really could. I just don't want to leave this until we know.
What's the genre?
See, we'll probably leave it, and then in an hour at the very end, you'll remember.
I always tell you that I didn't think they were that much of a jam band, and then you tell me that they are. Who is it?
Oh, Dave Matthews.
Dave. It was a Dave.
It was Dave, and Dave Matthews rips. I will fight Tom for this.
It's not that I don't think they don't rip.
Tom was like, this.
Yeah, it's never an argument that we have. I've watched a lot of improv things that Dave Matthews had done. But when you compare them to, like, Schmongel and Fish,
I mean,
they're not a jam band.
No.
Yeah.
Like, comparing most things to Schmongel or Fish in general is just, I mean...
What kind of, like, tickles the same rooftop as Schmongel? Like,
if you don't know Schmongel,
look up
Schmongel yourself. Go Schmongel yourself.
Go put some octopi in the chat if you don't know what Schmongel is. Beats Antique.
Some crazy things.
Beats Antique.
Yeah, they would be out there. Really cool, visually performing arts. If you guys are ever interested in watching some, like, pretty out there visual plus musical styles, Beats Antique, Schmongel, Fish. Who did Beelzebub? Beats Antique did a cover with Les Claypool. But yeah, I think Dave Matthews, for me, it's not a jam band.
Yeah.
But they can jam.
They can jam.
They have a bunch of different genres going on, so they have the ability to jam.
Plus, they're
jammable.
Yeah, they're kind of prog in a way too, because they don't like stay the same over years of making albums. Like they change their sound.
Truthfully, well, that's like oh my god, who is that? The song that we played, the You Man Man.
Oh, I love
the
Man
You
Man.
Man Man. It's like, yeah, Man Man. He didn't come up with if you haven't listened to Man Man, I like every time I listen to Mother Mother or Man Man, I think of the other one, just because it's just a double name.
They just kind of
Man Man and Mother Mother. They go
Duran
together. Duran.
Yeah.
But dude, Man Man didn't come out with an album for like years and years and years. And he came back, and now he came out like he sounds like Frank Zappa.
Oh yeah.
Like he has like. You could tell he was doing work and he was going to like live life and struggle a little bit because he came back. I'm like, holy God.
He had some inspirato.
Seriously, they're not like he was bad before because like they obviously traveled and they were a renowned band back then. But
yeah, personal favorite song if y'all like that. It's called Van Helsing's Boombox.
Helsing Boombox.
It's such a good song. Van Helsing Vampire Slayer.
We'll tell if I'll allow the scenery to eat me alive.
So back to the Growlage.
Back to the Growlage. Or is this the end of the I guess it's the Dave segment.
8.
This was the Dave segment.
There's 3 songs left that I have to say.
Yeah.
As long as we don't tangent for all 3 of them.
Thomas, you really... Yeah, go ahead. I was about to tangent.
You're right.
Yeah, right.
I feel instantly.
Yeah, go ahead. Elastica was one of them. I don't know if either of you have heard of them.
What is it?
Elastica.
Elastica Girl?
Yes.
Like from The Incredibles.
Yes, The Incredibles.
I heard she does great work.
Yeah.
Good artist.
Can play like 2 instruments that are on the opposite sides of the room.
Yeah. What song did they do? Oh wait, you can only tell the artist. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Beats me. I might
Beats
look
and
it up
Teaks.
at some point when I have a second, but at the moment, I can't. I don't know how to find what songs unless I enter the video and
Mm-hmm.
start
So
playing.
you're just going by memory. You're like, I know what they did.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
trying to
I
like think
gotcha,
of
I
like when we
gotcha,
were watching
I gotcha.
them.
And then they did the Knack, another group that I have never heard of. Upon hearing this, and then the Velvet Underground, which I have heard of,
Yeah.
but I don't know either of the songs that they did. But that's why you guys need to go check it out.
The Dave Grohl sessions.
Which ones stuck out to you? Which ones did you like love so much that you could no longer live? Let me know.
I think it was good on Dave to do such a crazy album like that.
Yeah.
Because all does it bend genres, it bends like it puts everything in like the perspective of like Jewish artists, but every artist had such a different style.
Yeah.
Peaches was nowhere close to like Beastie Boys, and like they were all kind of bounced like Bob Dylan and Beastie Boys.
Bob
Yeah.
Dylan.
Like that's insane. But if you watch the whole album as a fan of Dave Grohl, you get to find some new music. It's like I love that about cover albums.
Yeah.
Which also would bring me to that we have a interesting segment up ahead about explaining some cover algorithm.
What?
Coverage algorithm.
Covers the Babajin.
Coverage to Bob Dylan's. So stay tuned for that one, and then while you guys are all hanging out, type in some of your favorite bands and covers that you've heard of before while we
Right.
get forward.
Maybe we can comment on that. You know any Jewish artists, chat? Let us know.
You like Adam Sandler? Have you heard the Hanukkah song?
Because if you have, you might not be Jewish.
Yeah.
Probably not Jewish.
But if you would like a list of like over 80 Jewish people, he's got you covered.
Yeah, he'll let you know.
I see your chat, Colton. We'll get to a chat thing here soon. Just leave it in the chat, and we have a segment for you coming up.
Yeah, bro.
Kidding.
I know.
Aggressive, Tom.
It's not aggressive, man. It's all about how you take it.
It's true.
It's like I don't know.
What's that one phrase? It's like, we're
Oh.
gonna do a segment on that in the future. What
Let's
is
see.
that?
You know the name of the guy, but it's life's easy, or take it easy, man. But take it.
Right, that's such a.
It's mildly threatening and inspiration, like, or what's the word? Inspiring at the same time.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice to see you. We're taking a moment while our friend Tony messes with the knobs.
You guys can keep going. I'm just gonna keep knobbing.
All right.
Tony's
we're not
on-
taking a break. Sorry, there has been a change in plan.
Tony's on knob duty because he is our moderator, our cameraman,
Yeah.
our audio engineer all at once.
Over there, you can't see it, but there's like 800 knobs on the wall. He's turning on all of them right now. He's unplugging things, plugging them back in.
Fascinating,
It's
just really, really quickly.
Nuts. And then he's gonna come sit back over here like it never happened.
You'll never even notice he's gone.
Yeah. But anyway, onward with more art news. Da-da-da, play the edit.
I would wanted to first off by saying hi, kid's mom. I would have to believe that is my mom. I would think if that is, then hi.
No.
I know. What are you doing in the chat? Well,
No, it can't be.
right? I want to make sure, but it says 95, and that lines up.
That's about right.
Next little segment that we wanted to go on to is something that I was kind of thinking about on the way here. And it's not current art news, but it's the exact opposite. It is basically almost the foundation of astrology. And astrology itself, a lot of people have their own interpretations of it. And it's I don't know, it's almost like a pseudoscience of sorts now where people have their, what are they called? Their astrology signs, and how that can lead to like the time of the year, just your birth date. It all lines up to kind of how like your energy aligns with the universe. And I had a little segment here, and so excuse me for kind of looking down for key notes, but I think it's a French word, so I'm probably going to butcher it, but it's called the Lascaux Caves. It's in France, and it was filled with paintings of bulls, some in like hunting scenes and other types of depictions, and within those were stars. And these paintings were dated probably around back like 20,000 years ago. And there were over like 600 paintings inside these caves long before like our type of civilization started coming around and creating the Renaissance. And like, so these predecessors, like cave artists, basically showed what we have interpreted as the Taurus, or Orion's belt, because you can see within the paintings the bull horns lining up with the stars, and when you see Orion's belt, it's the 3 in a row, and the hunter. It seems to be dated back in the Paleolithic era, and the cave house, those type of paintings that we have like looked at and copied and interpreted throughout many years. We've had booms over the 60s. Say you're in like a nice darkly lit room and this hippie guy comes over and he's like, "What's your sign, baby?" Like, you know, that kind of like that bounce back and forth. But because of those paintings in our modern time is why we have like astrology and how we are able to talk about it. Tarot cards, which is a form of art itself, like it's like the psychic reading of the mind. Horoscopes, and now we have horoscopes that you can read every single day that'll kind of give you a little look into like how your day is going to be if you like really incorporate that in your daily life. And within itself, it's become its own. I use the word pseudoscience because itself is kind of like a creation of positive thinking or human conditioning. People use astrology and their like personal signs to kind of help depict like how they act, or you know, how they're moving throughout the universe. And it's because of some Paleolithic cave art dudes that were just kind of like, I saw a bull today. Well, there was a star there, shiny light, and
Shiny
then like we came into the caves and we're like, whoa, I'm a lion.
Dude, I totally align with this.
I wanted to have Tony over here after he's done with his knob turning, because I wanted to turn this little segment into like, how do you guys both interpret astrology? And
right. I will go off on a couple points here.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to be talking about the study of the universe when you said this, because I got it confused with astronomy.
Oh, got you.
Because they're so close that when you started talking about like horoscopes and shit, I was like, oh, that's not what
a whole different thing.
Yeah, I was like, I wonder what I'm going to talk about now.
Well, you know what's phenomenal, before I let you continue, is that kind of splits at a specific road. Because humans, for most of all mankind, have always wondered about the stars and how like we fit inside the universe.
Yeah.
And having those kind of paintings, like as a modern brain evolved through time, coming back and looking and interpreting these kind of paintings, it kind of birthed astronomy.
Yeah. Or astrology. Which one are you talking about?
Switch
Both?
it.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I meant to say astronomy, but the allergy was there.
Yeah, right. They're so close, the words.
I think I made the video better, guys. I think
Yeah.
you can look at us. You guys should let us know. It looked like it was getting better for a second, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try. I know it's midstream, and that's kind of unprofessional. I was pointing at my computer over there. My computer there. But
You there at
yeah,
home.
I think it
there's
looks
no
better.
computer.
I'm pretty
It's a
sure.
bunch of knobs, bro.
We
Just
promised
put-
you.
We just set it up.
Did I hit the right knobs?
Yeah, exactly.
It looks so much better. I think maybe.
Thank y'all while we're trying to figure this out at the same time. The latency looks amazing. Sorry
It
for the
looks
beginning.
so much better. Sorry about the beginning. But
We're doing it though.
yeah, sorry I interrupted, but keep going. Keep going with the astrology.
The switch off between thinking astronomy and astrology.
Well, that was really my only thing there, is that I was confused for a moment. But I think that it is a pseudoscience, like horoscopes and all that. There's no real tangible like evidence that it means anything, and that's what really for me needs to be proven in order for me to believe it at all. But it isn't a pseudoscience in the same way that some other things are, where it's like it was made up to con people into them getting their money.
Right, I see it as an effort into like positive like mental conditioning.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people say like they are empowered by their signs, and whoever writes horoscopes, I don't know your credibility. When you see it in the newspaper, your phone app, there's it's the same day, different things. So people can write whatever they want, they feel their sign's going to be. But, I mean, the positives of it is that some people say, this is how I'm connected, and, like, this is how I want to move forward, which is generally positive.
Yeah, I mean, if it helps you with your overall attitude towards life, then I don't blame anyone for doing it, and you're not stupid for participating in it. Like I said, it's not like physics where there's a lot of tangible evidence that a lot of that stuff exists, or other science that shows with physical evidence that this stuff is going on. And it's maybe they're not intending for it to be that way with horoscopes, but it is. If it's overall positive, I'm totally in for it. But if the minute it starts hurting people is when it's a bad thing.
Well, it's just like anything. I mean, religion, science,
yeah.
just how you let the world affect you. The minute that you start imposing your ideas on other people forcefully, then all of a sudden, like, it doesn't really matter what you're even trying to portray. It's just like you lost the minute that the person disagreed with you and you weren't okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
No,
it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter at that point. But
I love the reason why I tied it to art and today was because of cave paintings. There's another word for cave paintings that has escaped me.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't think of. It's not hieroglyphics. It could be of sorts. But I would say cave paintings for the progress. Because those exist. It's like we have interpreted throughout many, many years and different evolutions. Now we're talking about it today as astrology and astronomy, and it has birthed a whole way of thinking almost.
Right.
So gotta love art for that kind of impact. Those funky cave dudes were just doing their thing, and then now we're just like,
doing your thing.
What is life?
Yeah. And when you think about it, art and science aren't that far apart.
Absolutely not.
It's funny that you brought up astrology, because I actually I deal with it every once in a while. Like, when we got the Sunday papers on my work, I just read it just for the hell of it, just because it's just fun. Like, and it also, I mean, you can relate to any of the months. Like, obviously, everyone thinks that there's specific things that go on with where you were born at a specific time, but the way our calendar works, it's like it's changed how many times over the last, like, I don't completely understand that kind of stuff. I do believe that, like, the moon affects how we do act.
Absolutely,
I believe that.
yeah.
It's just like the moon affects the tides. We're like how much percentage water, like that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense to me. Like physically, the moon probably affects us. The full moon's out, yeah, you probably feel
People get a little wild as the joke.
The waves are happening in your body. You're like,
yeah, the tidal forces of the moon are, as much as we know about it, it was just equally much that we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So there is very possible that the moon does affect us. Unless, some scientist in the comments would like to prove me wrong.
yes, your science, the world famous scientist.
Tell us, scientists. Yes.
But even with physics, I mean, they're talking about, like, there's the bike problem. They still don't have a physical reason for why bikes work. Like, legitimately, go look that up. Like, they don't understand how bikes are able to be so supportive of the force that people are exerting while they're using it. Like, we know how to use a bike, but we don't know how to use a bike.
I've never heard of that before.
It's bizarre, right? I just recently found that out.
Oh,
I mean, we're kind of tangenting away from astrology and going into physics and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
well,
But
fuck it.
we weren't tangenting on the growl, so we're getting
it's
tracked
always a
down.
tangent, man. It's always a tangent.
Well, that's how we fill time. Not that, like, we need to fill time, but it's just
want to hang out with you guys.
if we have something that we want to talk about off of a subject, that just makes there's more content, baby.
True.
More content.
I'd say that's fascinating, the bike thing, which I'm going to look up later for
right.
sure. Because I'm not a mechanic, but physically bikes make sense to me.
Right.
Like, as far as you're moving a chain, which is like moving the wheels into motion, and your balance is your equilibrium. Like, for me in the science world, that makes sense. Like, everybody has balance, which is why we can stand and walk. But to move forward, like on a skateboard or a motorcycle, like, we're obviously very gifted at it as a species.
Yeah, right.
It's a gravitational problem, man. Like they have like micro not microorganisms. Like they understand protons and quarks and all those like fundamental things that make up the universe. But then when you look at everything on a larger scale, when you're talking about gravity, you're talking about the universe. Those two rules that they've talked about, it's like thermodynamics and gravity and like the fundamentals of what I just said, is like they don't, when they put those two equations together, it doesn't make sense. Like there's like an underlying thing that we're not getting. So when we're talking about physics, like we do have all this data, but it's like we're looking at it in the wrong way for us to actually understand how the universe works. And that always blows my mind. I'm like, how little we actually know about what's going on. That like it'd be hilarious if like we're talking about astrology. It's just like if there was more truth to something that we felt emotionally and weren't able to explain in the physical world, if that had more actual validity in how the world or how the universe works than like the physics we've been studying and the quantum mechanics we've been discovering. Like that'd blow my mind. It's like 50 years in the future. It's like, so the way we approach religion is actually the fundamental of why all this works. I'd be like,
that would blow my mind.
I'd be like, shut up, stop it.
Right.
Not that religion is not like an important part, like having some sort of like spirituality about how you approach the universe. I think is important, but
yeah, I think we could go into that topic.
Oh, that's totally a common sense topic.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I was talking, or the idea came from those cave paintings, and I like how you start out on astrology or just the interpretation of art in general, and then a conversation could just explode out of that.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
It's just art is like the main core of it, but as much as we the core of the earth, as much as we interpret as like our own personal beliefs, it's cool that art has bred a way of thinking. I would like to put myself in the mindset of a caveman without going absolutely bonkers of lack of comprehension. But I would love to just be painting and looking at the stars and not actually questioning like, why do I sit like, something off the cuff, just cave brain.
That's inherent human nature. It might have not been something so profound as like, why do I sit? It's like looking at how to kill things in a different way. I'm sure all of human existence has just been painful. We're just like trying to grow, but all of it just feels like we're not growing fast enough. And that's human nature. We're sitting there, we're just like, oh, it's not enough, and it just hurts.
I wish we evolved like Pokemon, where it's just like, I need change.
Exactly. I think that's how a lot of people approach it. They think there's like you wait for it. I stuttered so many times. My words and my brain move too fast.
Dude, I do that all the time.
But I think people approach situations like that. They're like, there's that situation that I want in the future, but instead of like just doing something up until that point and getting better at just whatever you're already good at, they expect this like evolution.
Yeah.
It's like, once I have this, once I do this, like after that point, then.
Honestly.
But if coulda, shoulda, been, woulda.
Philosophy.
On that note, I seriously gotta go to the bathroom, and I was waiting to say it for like 3 minutes.
That's good.
It's like I just wanna make sure that everyone knows.
Well, why you do that, dude? I'm a stutter boy today. I am stutter man.
Espressos.
We're gonna chat it up while you do this.
We flip over to chat cam.
I'm gonna flip it over to chat cam. It's in a different place. Is it even? It fell a little bit, but you know what? We're gonna
perfect.
Here, wait. No, it didn't fall.
No.
I think
we didn't properly measure our body.
You know, the body to camera ratio was not right.
Eat your heart out.
So I don't have my. Do you have the comments? I can't read that far. I have my glasses on my head, but I don't want to take them off.
I can get you covered on the comments. I can see it.
Yeah. I know that Colton had asked, or he said he had a question.
Yeah. So
you've got us a question. Ask away, my dude. This is Chat Cam. Also, if you're just now joining us, welcome. We're talking about art news today. You missed a little bit, but if you did miss the beginning part, it will be live on Twitch. You can watch it. But after that, it will be on YouTube. The whole thing. I don't think we're gonna even cut them down right now. You can just watch the whole thing and experience whatever you want to about it.
Yeah, I enjoy how our kind of things progress. So if you like the same kind of pacing,
so bright. You know, let's bring the.
oh, let's set the mood.
Bring that mood down.
Tom's getting out of the bathroom. We're
waiting on Colton's question there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's bring it down.
Bring it down.
What
Wow,
a
that's
shit.
that's better.
Yeah. Oh, get in here,
Get
mate.
in there, buddy.
You got it.
Yeah, so check out the YouTube coming up here soon. If you already follow the Instagram or the Facebook, everything should be linked in together. If we have a description for Twitch, it's in there too, right?
Yeah, I can't read that far, but I think the Twitch. I mean, you guys are actually already on Twitch. You guys are there.
Oh yeah.
This is Twitch.
I was gonna say like if there was a link on Twitch to go to the Facebook or to the Instagram, but it is on the bottom of the screen.
It is on the bottom. If you're on Twitch, there are buttons to go to all of our social medias. There is our website. It's not completely live right now, but it is fully accessible. You can go on there. I do have merch for me and Thomas's band, The Unknown Knowns. I have some merch for a thing that I'm actually going to talk about at the end of this podcast. And I have, there's like hats and shirts and stickers. You should go check it out, overthewaypro.com. You just hit that merch button. There's also a fan club. You know, obviously the Twitch streams are free right now, but in the future we are going to have different tiers of, if you want to support us with like $5 a month, you get certain deals on merchandise and event tickets, and honestly even give it like being able to be on the show and being interactive with what we're doing. But sorry, that was a beautiful tangent. But okay, so do you guys remember Kindergarten the game?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I never played it myself, but I watched Markiplier play it.
I know there's a nugget.
I was about to say, I am the Nugget. I can't remember any of his dialogue, but Nugget was like the character. He was like the Ed of Ed, Edd, and Eddy, and I'll let you decide which Ed it is.
Yeah, I can't remember who is Ed. Okay, so Ed is
he's
tall lanky
Nugget.
guy.
Yeah, he's
Tall,
butter
lanky, okay.
toast.
And then Ed.
Butter toast.
Then there's Double D, the
Double
boy,
D. And then
Eddie. which is
Eddie's
like the
three-haired fucker.
yeah.
You could see perfection.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, Meat Cannon. Don't do it. Go look up Meat Cannon. But
Don't do it. Do it.
Meat Cannon on YouTube. Don't do it. But
If you do, just be prepared to be disturbed for a moment.
Yeah, dude. Look up Josh. Dude, he's come up with a lot of stuff recently.
He is. I
really
would celebrate him
disturbing.
as an artist. He has a very particular style. Love me, Canyon.
If you want to feel really uncomfortable about all your childhood, do it.
Yeah.
But also, if
real.
you don't want to feel that way, still do it.
Yeah.
But don't do it.
But definitely, I've never played Kindergarten, but it was a really fun-looking game. There's a little side-scroller, kind of like, not point and click, but you kind of just have to mess with stuff and see what happens when you combine things. Yeah, it was a fun one. Let's see. Right after that, I actually have a sweet plug for you guys, and the guy is in the comments right now, or he may have dipped. If you're still here, welcome, Corey. I have some Carbine C merch right here. If you've never heard of the artist Carbine C,
Carbine C.
please look him up. He is basically...
Bam!
He's basically this. He designed this shirt himself. He is definitely a hard-working artist, working on making his own merch. He's making his own music, just trying to work with a lot of people out there in the ether, and that fits right in the category of what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
But we are definitely looking forward to having him on our artist showcase
March
coming up.
7th, so it's actually not this upcoming one, but it's the next one. March 7th, we're going to have Carbine C on there. Corey, if you're in the chat, man, you could drop your socials. That'd be totally fine if you really
Yeah,
want to
your
do
social
that.
security number.
Give me the driver's license.
If you had the amount of money in your bank account that was your social security number, what would that look like?
Yeah, just ballpark figure.
Just ballpark figure.
I'm doing
you know?
taxes. Hey man, I appreciate the shout out. I'll shout you out any day, man, and I can't wait to have you on the show.
For sure.
For real.
Yeah.
You
And
make
honestly,
great
you
merch.
guys know more than I do of what I don't know if we really have a plan of what he's going to do, if we're going to make it a class or if we're just going to have a showcase of what he likes to do. But
He linked his
it's,
website down
he
there.
linked his website. Go check him out.
Yep.
Please do.
Yeah.
Nice progressive music. I dig it a lot.
Yeah, I'm full on to the prog idea.
Oh, on
music
top of the
piece.
merchandise, he got the music as well.
It's got
Yeah,
the
yeah.
music.
I mean, there'll be a bunch to talk about, I'm sure.
Well, cool.
Let me find the 3. Let me find the 3 numbers on that. Give me that CVV, please. I think you're gonna be a great addition, and it's gonna be fun to work with you, man. We'll ballpark, and we'll get some advertisements made out to you folks back at home.
Yeah,
have
well,
that
we'll let you know if
streak
it's going to be a class that you guys can be interactive with, or if it's just going to be a come and support the artist and just kind of see. That'll be at Ava too, so it'll be a off the couch.
Oh, off the
It'll be
couch
off the
showcase.
man.
And I've talked, I think I talked to your brother about this when he was in, like, I'm not opposed to doing, reoccurrences of, like, people being back on to do a different thing, or back on for new stuff that they've done,
No, definitely. I feel like it'd be cool to almost have like a combination of artists. Like if we had multiple artists, we just run out of artists for a second. We have 2 previous artists create something live, or they create something and showcase it. So it's just getting that communal. See artists work with other artists and see how much their art changes just by working with somebody that might be completely different than them.
Absolutely.
But,
We got another question going
Yeah.
on.
so as artists, how do you try to find time separating work from art? Compartmentalizing is a practice-worthy experience. You have to really, really, scheduling-wise, I feel like I've gotten personally a lot better. I'm sorry, I just kind of started this one.
I wanted you to. I was gonna follow up after. Yeah.
But honestly, like in college, I got a lot better at organizing, and we were like our schedule with our traveling choir was pretty
It's very
frequent
hectic.
with college. Like right now, I'm a full-time college student. I have 4 part-time jobs, and I do this on the side. Like it's not like we're getting paid from the podcast quite yet because it's something that we love and we have a future idea for, and we really want to boost up the artists. And if payback comes, that'd be super dope.
Yeah.
But right now, literally, my planner looks like words are thrown up all over it, and
It's smoking a little.
it's more than just the scheduling, but also like I have to give myself time to decompress and understand that, like, even though I didn't get something done that day, if I scheduled something and I needed that time to recuperate, I think having the time to know, like knowing when my limit is, like don't going past that. If I go past my limit, it's like I'm out of commission for a week. And I just don't have the energy to deal with people. Even my friends, like I'll sit there at home just like I don't want to deal with anybody.
Absolutely.
And I think it's really understanding what your limits are on how hard you can work, because I think if people see you working hard, no matter how much time and effort you're putting in, as long as you're taking care of yourself, that product is always going to be good. And that's usually what works for me. But that takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time. It's not like you just go out and know exactly what your limits are. You have to go and practice and fail. That's actually a video that I'm coming out with next week on YouTube. It's talking about the 5 things that people don't talk about: consistency and persistency.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I think is the things that are not talked about enough. So check out my YouTube channel, AytuC, letter C. Is that C?
With a C.
That's a C.
Yeah, this way. This way.
But yeah, you guys can answer that question.
I was gonna say, one thing I would definitely wanted to put a note on too is that when you have those moments where you kind of like stress out, you need that decompression moment. A huge thing as an artist is forgiving yourself, having that like personal talk with yourself. Like if you don't get a piece of art done, it's not necessarily because it wasn't meant to be or you're not a good artist. It's learning like how you shouldn't approach that particular, topic or physical way of making the art. But I think forgiving yourself most of the time, I have a lot of inspirations that I look up to as far as when I want to be inspired. I look at Tony's work ethic, and I would say that a lot of this is existing right now because of Tony's spearheading, and we are a lot of emotional support and idea bouncers. But it's like, that kind of drive is something that I look forward to, trying to emulate in my own life, is that kind of consistency. And that was a key word that we've been using through the whole process, is consistently just trying to work and work and work.
Every time I turn on this stream right now, like we're so small, of just our outreach. It's a lot of family and friends. Like, I mean, and sometimes we get random viewers, and I don't really know what the rates are right now of people actually sticking around and like following us. But like, even when we had this conversation, it's like if no one showed up, like you still, it's practice. Like, if you go out and do it and nobody likes it, at least you're practicing something that you enjoy. And at some point, you do have to evaluate, like, if you are wanting to make a business, like, you obviously have to think about how your product affects your community.
Mm-hmm.
But I think at first it's really just about practice and figuring out what you like, and then at that point you gotta evaluate how what you like is actually like perceived.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, for forgiveness for yourself, honestly, like if you don't, I agree with you completely. If I sat there and got down on myself with every little failure, like I wouldn't get up.
To say personally, that's held me back a lot as far as physically creating stuff. As far as like mentally, there's always ideas, but it's recording or writing or something. It's just like, I'm just not good right now, and you put something down for a couple of months.
The many reasons for writer's block.
Yeah, there's so many good excuses to like step back from a project for a while. Just not letting that idea slip away. You know, always hold on to it and just like tell yourself you're gonna get back to it. I think that's a good point for me. Got a lot of artists that I just like, and I think being honest with yourself can really help you guide into what your art form is. And I want to pass it over here to Tom, seeing how he separates the work from the art.
Pass.
All right, moving on to Leo.
Pass.
I got you. Well, personally, I have problems with being able to do this and also work. Not because I specifically have a crazy schedule, because Tony's schedule is probably a million times crazier than mine, but especially with this year, it's been a lot harder to motivate, and things have been, pretty nuts, but doing this is good. We're also doing other projects, me and Mike here, doing our gaming channel that we're gonna do, and
we're starting a lot of filming tonight on their gaming channel. If you haven't checked them out, I mean, I guess there's nothing to check out quite yet, but Rad Frat.
Check out the Instagram.
RADFRAT, Radish Fraternity.
Once we see some more episodes on the YouTube channel, for you that are here right now, you can always come back to the stream and know the date of like one of our first recording sessions.
Yeah,
it's the 24th. I guess you'd know that because you're live.
Here.
You're live right now. It's live.
But the thing about work and doing art is that you really want to have to fuck. I can't speak. You're really gonna have to fuck. Look, listen. Hear me out.
Fuck the melon.
Linda.
You're really gonna need to want to do what you're doing, and it's not to say that like anyone doesn't or anything, but if you don't, then it's gonna be a lot harder to motivate yourself. And with this, even today, I have a headache going on. It's kind of like it's doing all right now. Like I'm chilling, but it's stuff like that happens, and you don't want to necessarily do it in the moment, but then you get here and you set up and you do it, and it ends up working out. There's a lot of situations in life that are like that, where you just don't want to go to the DMV, but then you do, and it ends up being all right after you get there. You sit around for a while, they give you a number, you sit there, you go up, you give them the number. It's a great time.
Well, I think those are the big
I want y'all to post in the comments what that meant.
Hashtag DMV moment.
DMV.
But I think the moments where you don't feel specifically great are what define you the most. It's just like how if you feel like absolute shit and you go out in society, how do you treat people? How do you continue to do your work? And I mean, that's a good testament. You don't feel great today, and you still came out and did it for probably consistency's sake, not because you thought that whatever product you were gonna do is like you don't feel great. So it's like, you're not exactly happy about it, but you still came and did it.
Mm-hmm. All I did before this was like I was literally before we started this stream, I was just face down on the couch like I cannot look at these lights.
I don't know, Matt released that video I was recording, and he's just like, I just gotta get the most out of the.
Gotta look at
The
anything
no
but the
light
lights.
situation.
Anything but the lights. Yeah, these they're really dim right now, but they're really bright most of the time.
Right, I was preparing
Mhm.
to have to stare at these lights for an hour and a half, so I was just like black out all light. But you just gotta do it, even
Just
when
gotta
shit
do
like
it.
that happens.
Consistency, man. Like literally, that's where we're at right now. You say, I mean, separating work from art. I mean, finding consistency in what you love outside of art is.
Yeah,
I mean, I think that's how you also understand what you like.
it's a passion play, really. Like, people find a lot of joy within work, and that can also breed ideas for the art. I think a lot of people that we work with day in and day out, whether it's friendships or at an actual work, I don't know. We have a lot of artist friends. I could say that we could bounce ideas off each other all the time. So it's kind of a never-ending kind of
Contemplation.
yeah, like you're always sitting on it. At work, you have to work, obviously, but like when you finally get that break, you can work and express it. But some of my best
Truthfully.
ideas have like, I get off of work and I mean, I have to call somebody up, just be like, we need to do this. Like I couldn't do it at work. I got to do this right now. Like we need a game or something.
Truthfully. I mean, I think one of the big things that honestly helps me stay grounded is having that group of people. Like, one of the big reasons I'm even starting the website and this podcast is because, like, having that group of people who are supportive of what you are creating and also delegating, like, having help. Like, I can't just obviously be like, hey, guys, do all this stuff. Just do it without you even understanding what to do. Like, there has to be that build-up, but finding that team of people that you can constantly grow with and bounce ideas off, like having that there, like that's not everyone has that, and not everyone is gonna, it's not gonna be an easy process. Like you have to build relationships and understand that if it is a personal relationship or if it is a business relationship, there's that compartmentalization there, and understanding like if I get mad at these guys or if like something doesn't work out on the stream or something like that, I can't bring that into my personal life.
Yeah.
I think not letting your art become this, like obviously it's a personal thing, but not letting it affect the other parts of your life that are also important.
Right.
Because if the stream doesn't work out, it's not like our friendships are over. Like
Yes.
I'm friends with these guys, and that's why they're a part of the stream, not the other way.
Yeah,
the other way
exactly.
around. They're part of the stream. They are the stream.
Once that camera goes off, we disappear.
Yeah,
man.
dude, I hate these guys.
We got subplot. We're just figments of Tony's imagination.
Can I
Whoa.
just say, like,
I honestly, that's a fear of mine. Is like this is all
Genuine fear.
Genuine fear.
can I just say that on the footage right now, like, you guys both look like you have like a little bit of warmth in your skin. I look like I'm
just a
made.
corpse.
I'm made out of ice. I'm just
You
dead.
look cold. You look cold.
Yeah,
man.
I don't
You're
feel
right.
that bad.
I want to put glasses on Thomas and like Weekend at Bernie's it. Was like, what do you got to say, Tom? Hey, everybody.
Ah.
Oh my god, that's a good segue into our artist showcase this month is
Yes.
called Cryo Time,
Cry.
Yeah.
Oh, Tom. Cry. Oh,
and
Tom.
you know, we'll probably delve into the idea of it more. But on the 7th of this month, we're gonna be doing some improv for you on the very beginning of the stream. Like when you start the stream, don't be alarmed that we're not just talking to you because we are in bit mode.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing.
We're
a
gonna be
bit.
bidding.
We're gonna be 8-bit.
And
We're
it'll
gonna be
all
8-bit.
be mostly improv with like a setup. There's gonna be a setup and then it's gonna be improv.
We have direction, but there's not directions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we're liable to break character, you know,
Naturally.
have slip ups on lines or something, because we're not gonna know the lines. There aren't gonna be specific lines.
It's gonna be like SNL, but not.
I mean,
Yeah.
well, whose line is it anyway?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like SNL and Who's Line Together.
But our first time ever
yeah,
on live stream.
yeah,
So
and
enjoy, but also be nice.
Which I
Right.
would definitely look forward to maybe some chat cooperation. If you guys spread the word and brings people in, we can get some ideas from the chat. And
yeah,
Yeah, seriously,
with you.
like go onto our Facebook page if you have any ideas. We're not even gonna go further into like there's gonna be an advertisement that comes out next week about Cryo Tom, and even with us just saying that cryogenic Tom, let us
Tom.
know what you think we could
Yeah,
do
what
or
do you
what it
th-
might be about. What do you think it'd be
What do you
about?
think we're gonna do to
I
Tom?
mean, you can post it in the chat right now, but you can also post it on our Facebook
Am
or
I-
our Instagram.
Am I gonna cry? Am I gonna?
Are you gonna row? Yeah.
Well, here we'll move on to some other chatty stuff. We approached that question pretty lengthily.
Thank you, Carbon C.
Yeah, that was a good question.
We are really good at tangenting, so thanks for.
Yeah, I wanna reference these comments that Leo.
Yeah, Leo
said.
Kid.
Yes.
Nice angle.
It is a
I
great
agree.
angle. It is a great
I
angle.
had to
agree.
like put my neck into my chest in order to get into the angle, but it's okay. I feel comfortable enough. Maybe that's why I'm so fucking pale.
You're losing blood flow.
I don't know, but
No, I can't breathe.
secondarily, thanks for bringing snacks, I guess.
Yeah, no,
thank
we
you.
appreciate the snacks.
Yeah.
Snack.
Always down to Fnac.
Snack. Kids, mom, thank you for checking it out. Like,
Super
come
happy
back.
you're
We
here.
do this 3 times a month, so this is the first of 3 this month. Got art news this week. Got common sense next week, which is talking about what are we talking about?
It's those common
know-
senses, which is something we should all know.
we should all know common senses. I think it's talking about determination. It's talking about determination.
Oh yeah, I do believe we're talking. Yeah.
I don't have it pulled up right now. I could literally scroll down if I had my mouse, but it's fine.
You guys will find out.
We're going to talk about common sense. The advertisement for that is actually going to come out tomorrow. I'm going to release that. If you want to know what it's about, just wait for that advertisement on our Facebook and Instagram and all the doobly-doos.
Pluggy plugs.
All the pluggy plugs.
Bruh.
But, and then, yeah, Crowd Tom at the very end of the month.
Yeah.
And then we take a week off. So I
Do I
think
look like I'm good at improv? Oh man, that was intentional.
I was trying to think of those like doctors hate him. Does he look like he can do improv? Find out.
find out now.
Find out why nobody gives you this
Oh, and by
prescription.
the way, yes, Mikey, you are correct. Oh, you're correct,
about
bro.
you being.
That's my mom.
Yeah.
That's my mama.
That's my mom.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna bring it back. Thank you, chat, for being interactive. We appreciate you.
Thank you. We're gonna get
But
back
we'll
to
see
the
you
show.
over on the other side.
Yeah.
Scoobles.
Oh,
Welcome back.
Oh,
Man.
the doobly doos.
It's dark.
And here comes
Get
the
those eye socket burning lights back on.
raise up the roof.
Oh,
Up the roof broke.
Oh, the roof is so broken right
The
now.
roof is so broken.
The roof.
The roof is so broken.
Hey.
Roof.
The roof.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blue roof.
There we go. That's so much better. It took me like way too long to get that done. My
Dude,
app is not working.
your hair's so fucking full. In the
Yeah, you got a
Dude, it's,
vein.
like
dude,
from the
it's
back, it looks like a mess, but from the
got
front,
so
it looks
much
fucking amazing.
volume.
Dude, hair metal
Oh.
bands. Hair metal.
That's my new style. I'm just gonna sit on a couch and
brush
really
your
awkward
hair.
position. I mean, you know, I already do that. So
Mhm.
I guess that's
Yeah.
kind of my style.
See, I don't look dead in this, from this.
There's
camera.
color, yeah.
Like,
You do not look dead now.
I look like I was straight frozen to the couch.
Mm-hmm.
on the
Straight
other one.
frozen.
And so you guys can see in like our baby phases of this stream, like we're working things out as we go along. And thank y'all for like
Being understanding, like it's Tony, man. Well, small round of applause for holding this together and turning those knobs.
Dude, there's so many knob turning.
There's a lot. of
Also,
knobs.
we are building a team right now. Like, honestly, a lot of the people we're working with, I mean, we're talking to Corey, we're talking to a lot of people. As the stream goes on, and I guess this is more for future of people watching this video, we're always looking for artists to work with. Like, I would appreciate help, and I know these guys would appreciate help with other things. If we have skits or ideas or anything like that, we're trying to build a team right now.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, we're making do right now, and you guys are super understanding, but as we grow, the more people, honestly, the better.
Yeah. That's how I've always looked at it. Back when we were doing a band called The Millennials, which few of you probably know of. But if you do want to check us out, we're on every music platform.
And it's spelled differently than just normal.
Yeah,
millennials.
it's not the actual word, the millennials. It's the millennials with one N. One N. Trust me, it's hard to find. So if you look it up, look up The Feelings Right as well. That way you'll get the album. But I'm not really here to plug that. I'm just saying that back when I was in that group, and it's gone. I have no idea what I was saying. I plugged myself and then I fucked it up.
I mean, that was kind of the end of the plug. I mean, that was,
Yeah, like,
that was a good plug.
what did you say before that? What were we even talking about?
What were we talking about?
I fell off the train. Getting more help. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, just getting more help.
Even back when we were in the Millennials, I wanted to make that thing like a 6-piece band. Thank you, man in the floor, who like gives me lines.
I'm back.
But even when me and this guy were in the Millennials, I wanted a 5-piece. We had another bassist that we got on. And
Yeah, we wanted it to grow.
we got another guitarist, but the problem there was that we weren't really as experienced at that point. Now we are. I'm in a 5-piece currently, and it's, things get better over time the more you do it.
It really does.
And having more people does help,
Mm-hmm.
even if they're just people that help you move stuff or take pictures. Like, these are all necessary things.
Unless they're not people who help you. Kind of like what happened with Grubhub.
Segue to the Grubhub. I don't know. I don't know an insanely lot amount about that was English.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
a
don't
lot
know
about this
sane
time.
lot mount.
I don't know
Mount.
sane mount.
Sane mount.
But memes. We're talking about art. Memes is art. And in the meme world, as of late, I don't know if you folks comment in the chat too if you've seen the most recent Grubhub advertisement, whether it's just showed up on your phone or on YouTube or something. But man, is it something. And I'm not taking a full stance on whether I like or dislike it. I want to discuss about the reaction to it. I've never seen a advertisement blow up as hard as the Grubhub one since the first trailer for the Sonic movie came out.
Right.
And if y'all had seen the first one, Sonic did not look like Sonic. It was just like, whoa. And it got to the point with so much critical backlash that they basically dubbed out like months of work just to start it from the scratch because the internet was so cynical with their comments and everything that almost bullied the company to start from scratch, like waste another huge amount of money for animation and stuff to make it work. And it did. I haven't seen the Sonic movie as of yet, but the last advertisement I saw for it, Sonic looked like Sonic. So it's really bizarre how that kind of reaction in the world based off your advertisements really makes an adverse effect on the outcome, the product.
Truthfully, I mean,
Especially nowadays.
no, truthfully, I feel like when we talk about making skits and we talk about making music videos and stuff like that, but with our growing team, it's like we have to make that decision of like, if we want to be serious, if we want to make like a drama film or like a scary movie or something like that, there's a lot of things, like a lot of effects and a lot of techniques that I don't personally know how to use.
Right.
So it's like, it's either you make a shitty version of what you want, or it's like you go humor almost. You almost have to like make it so bad that it's like, this was intentional. Like this was
This
was
is
bad.
just what they could have done.
Yeah, this is what they could. I mean, I would love to wait on a lot of ideas that are probably better wait. I can't
Wait
word
to
it.
English either, yeah.
I can't better wait long time. It's like waiting for an idea to come to fruition once you have the access to those things.
Yeah.
But for right now, it's just, yeah. But
Sonic did have some human ass fucking teeth though.
He did not look
That
like
shit
a
looked
hedgehog.
weird.
I mean, he
He had
probably
like it was like Sonic, but then you looked at his mouth in one frame and it's just like
perfect human teeth.
Yeah, it's a little creepy. I mean, I'm surprised. Like, they literally got bullied into changing. It's impressive. It's impressive. Like,
Well,
crowdsourced bullying.
yeah.
And the movie actually got really good reviews.
It wasn't bad, man. It wasn't
It
bad.
worked in their favor, but the reason why Grubhub kind of sparked this conversation was because that's as of late I'm seeing the trend kind of begin again. The animation for me, I think, it's all right. The animation doesn't bother me. There's a particular scene where it's everybody's dancing, but the character models are just like a little too like uncomfortable. Like they're claymation, but they're not, and they have like very nondescript type people, so it never necessarily looks like a specific ethnicity.
Mm-hmm.
It's so just broad. And the part that got me when I was like, okay, this is a bit off guard, is that there's a pregnant character who does like a full-on split and like slurps a shake at the same time. And I was like, wait. I mean, it's cool if that's a great idea, but is it a good idea for a pregnant woman to do splits while drinking a shake?
Probably not.
And animate it? I don't know.
Yeah, somebody had to do work on that.
Yeah, somebody put the time. It probably was like a multi-$1,000
Pregnant
project.
woman.
They didn't use the little bubbles and like actually have somebody do that, but the trend is kind of starting again, and I've seen so much negative comments based off of people just being like horrified with how just uncomfortable the advertisement is. Grubhub itself had tweeted out like, well, if you think you can do better, you make up your own version of the thing. And that's when it hit me. I was like, that's genius. Like,
Oh, they planned it.
yeah, I was like, same thing. Did the Sonic movie plan the terrible animation and then win the crowd over to get the big bang? Is Grubhub doing the same thing?
I mean, it's like, literally reverse psychology.
Yeah, it's like, this is their
It's
awful.
very basic. Yeah, Troy is like, this is terrible. It's like, yes, you're so right. We'll fix that.
We
now
will
we have
listen
your
to you.
attention. We'll fix that.
You know what that brings me to is two different things. Very similar.
Mhm.
But I don't think that Pepsi planned this when they had that commercial a long time ago when there was some riots going on at the time. We're not going to speak on that. But they made a commercial where there was a riot happening, and then one of the protesters walked up to the police and handed them a Pepsi, and it's like, see, everything works out.
I don't think I've ever seen that, but I can imagine that.
Yeah, and everyone was like, that is not what's happening.
I bet the backlash on that was heavy, like especially time frame. My
But
goodness.
the thing about that, and it links to my second topic here, is that a man named Logan Paul on the internet, who I'm sure
Controversial
some
king.
people in the comments know about, went to a forest in Japan and found a body. It was a forest where people commit
The
suicide
forest, you know?
often.
Forbidden
And
Woods.
he filmed it, kind of disrespected it. But the thing is he made millions of subscribers from that. Like, it did not affect him badly. Bad publicity and good publicity are very close to each other.
100%.
That being said,
But
I plan on murdering 5 people. No, just kidding. That
Thomas,
was a joke.
top of the charts.
Gotta put the jokes out. Comedy gold. I'm sorry. I wanted to come up with a better joke, but
I'm just gonna
I think the
write down this
problem with bad publicity and good publicity when they're not intentional is like the longevity. It's like if you do good, if you do good on your fan base or the people you're supplying art to, then I feel like they're more likely to remember it later in life. Maybe not. If like you do something crazy, people might remember it 100 years in the future. Be like, don't do that.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
You still end up profiting off of it if it's bad publicity, but in the end, your legacy is affected.
I think that's the way that they're trying to switch news. Like, news is such a powerful tool. Like, if 3 people die in a weekend and the media portrays it in a certain way before like they have all the information, that's the information that people are going to remember, is that initial like strike. So I don't know. Like, maybe if we approach it from an aspect of like, don't like I guess there's that whole trend is like there's like the Ted Bundy movies and all that kind of stuff.
Like romanticizing.
Yeah, there's romanticizing all this stuff, and there's gonna be people who will literally seek out like that guy who murdered his wife and kids, and people literally gave him marriage proposals and stuff, and while he's in prison now, but it's like what? Like there's just that community of people who will go for that stuff. So it's like finding a way to not romanticize stuff where people are getting damaged.
Yeah.
Right.
I think people forget the innocent until proven guilty thing, because there's several people that some that I've known, some that I haven't known, that I've seen get displayed on the news as if they committed the crime. It's been proven. That they're like, this person has been arrested for this. Here's their picture. Here's fucking everything about them, and then they don't. The court has not convicted them.
Yeah.
I don't think that people
That's not
should
fair.
be released on news with crimes until
With
it's
a
been
verdict.
proven.
Right, it
until
can
the
completely
verdict is
ruin your
there.
life if you haven't done something.
Yeah, if you get proven innocent, people don't care. They saw it on the news,
Exactly.
man.
They already made a judgment on character.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's slightly a political topic, but it's still just like,
Totally.
I don't know. Either way, if they did it and it gets, they get thrown in for it, you can can still put their picture up then. I mean, what is it going to affect them then? They did it, you know. But like,
That's right. It's like having the true source while you're releasing it instead of getting the clicks and the views.
and it's just my opinion, but I personally don't like it just because you could. I don't know. You just fuck people's lives up with that.
Fuck you, Grubhub.
Our beautiful, damn it, Grubhub.
Fucking Grubhub.
We'll segue into just I wrote down animes that I feel like would be a good, like a better, but we'll hammer. I'll just tell you them very fast. You should go check them out. I'm not even gonna explain them because this is all opinion based, and these are ones that these guys like too.
Doing some top ones.
Yeah.
Right there.
This year's anime list, there's a lot of YouTube channels that already like review anime anyway. I don't know how weeby you guys are, but there's some seriously gorgeous art styles out there that you should totally check out and support.
Yeah.
Demon Slayer, super awesome. One Piece, that's like one of the oldest animes.
He's got a dude
probably
with
ever.
3 swords. He holds one in his mouth.
Oh,
That's all I'm gonna say.
Character.
Attack on Titan, kind of disturbing at certain points. I guess most animes are.
It's
Cowboy Bebop.
First classic.
That's a good
That's personal.
good chunk to start with. Oh, and Avatar. Not the
Absolutely.
blue Avatar, but Avatar: The Last Airbender. Not the movie.
Don't start with the movie.
Don't even watch the movie. Okay, watch the movie,
You
but
have
like
to.
Just watch the series first.
we'll lump them in with Grubhub.
3 seasons. That's all you get.
I don't even know that I ever saw the movie, just because I was going to see it, and then everybody was like, no.
I watched it in theaters.
I like the effects because it's a big movie, and I was like, whoa, Avatar stuff.
Yeah, just fire.
Dude,
but
and like gorgeous.
they don't
koi
say
fish.
names right. They don't.
They kind of.
But I think making any anime into real life is kind of redundant.
That's like Death Note.
The whole point of it being anime is it being anime. I think
that way it can stretch those boundaries.
Yeah.
They're
Like
completely unrealistic.
the CGI.
it's completely unrealistic.
I don't know the name of the character for the demon in Death Note.
Ryuk.
Yeah, Ryuk. He's not meant to be CGI. Like I watched the Death Note movie. It's on Netflix.
That's another good show. Death Note.
Death Note is phenomenal, but the movie was like he's not meant to be bubbly. I don't know.
No.
It freaked me out.
Yeah.
But-
I don't know. I like that actor though. Isn't he the same guy that played the Green Goblin?
Yeah, he's the
Defoe.
William Dafoe.
I think so.
I'll give him props on that. I love Defoe.
Yeah, he has it's a smile, man.
He has
It's
the perfect
it's
Joker
perfect,
face,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, he plays. I think he plays that kind of character real well. Whether or not it like should have been that way, is, it's everything's so subjective. That's what I'm gonna say. That's our time.
I know we're about wrapping up, but we have 2 more things to talk about. First,
stuff.
putting Tomo on blast. He's got something to talk about that he's working on.
We plug.
Soon, over the next year, we're going to be working on a cover album. The name of it is going to be Thomas Hunt and the Band of Knowns. And that's going to include this guy. It's going to include that guy. It's going to include our friend Corey, who I'm going to be working with. Even everyone.
That guy number 1. That guy number 2.
Yeah.
That guy number 10.
And the genres are going to be going from Tenacious D to Lamb of God to... I'm
Lake
trying to
Street.
think of another one that I'm doing.
Trying to think of another polar, like Lake Street Dive.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but it's like I'm gonna try and do as much as I can, and my main theme that I want to do is progression, because that is what I'm about as a musician is progressive music. Nothing that's just like G to the D to the A
Hype
to the C. Or whatever, like just a regular chord progression. I don't like doing those, like every now and then maybe, but progressive music is what I'm going for. It's going to be Thomas Hunt and the Band of Knowns. Look out for it everywhere in a year. We're going to be putting out...
Also recorded in-house. It's going to be recorded actually probably right here.
Yeah, right
It's going to
here.
be recorded right in front of where we're sitting. So,
Yeah, my plan, unlike the Unknown Knowns album that we did, which I still like putting it all out at once, but I want to put this out in singles. I don't know how many songs it's going to be yet, but I don't think it'll be anywhere over 12. It'll probably be around 12. And that will be like, I don't know, 1 every month for a while. Once we start, of course, I'm still working out some details, but it's going to be good. Don't think we'll have physicals, but it's going to be on YouTube. and I'm hoping to have video for it. We haven't fleshed everything out yet, but it's gonna
It's in
happen.
the process.
Yeah.
Heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, this is the announcement for that is right now.
So get it buzzing, you bees.
And mine's technically already out. I'm doing a main release here soon once I put it on all the platforms, but you could literally go to overthewaypro.com/AytuC and you can buy my album right now called Don't Wish Me Luck, Wish Me Love. Or yeah, that was right. I said my album name, right?
Yeah,
Out of the whole like stream, that you just nail it at the end. Like, yes.
Yeah, I thought I stuttered at the end there. But yeah, that's my album that I've honestly come out. It came out last year, just over time. It kind of came out as singles too. Like I didn't really. There's actually music videos for a handful of them over my YouTube channel as well. You can go check those out. And yeah, I think the only other thing we really have to say is talking about Ava, just because they really opened their doors up to letting us just have a cool. I mean, for one, big space to work with, and I do foresee a lot of projects that we're going to be working on them with in the near future.
Yeah.
Miss Quinn over there, the executive director, she's been super cool to work with, as well as Will. I know there's a couple more people that work there, but I haven't had direct conversations with them. But they're all super sweet. They're all super nice, and I don't know any of the board members right now, but it is a nonprofit, so there's a lot more people that I really don't know of right now.
It's a phenomenal
But
opportunity.
they're letting us in and letting us work with them, so I look forward to an awesome relationship. Check out Ava Art Community Center. They're actually working on a virtual auction, and today's the 24th, right? Their auction opens up tomorrow and it ends on the 29th. I actually made a video for them. I don't know if they're going to be airing it because I kind of got it into them a little bit too late, but if you check out their avacommunitycenter.org, the auction stuff is pretty self-explanatory. You hit the virtual auction button, it takes you to an external website, and once that auction opens, you can buy visual art, you can bid on stuff, and once if you win something, they'll even ship it to you if you want them to. They'll give you a call before they even charge your card. But check out Ava Community Arts Center. Be listening out for Tomo's album coming out soon, or the singles coming out soon. Go check out my album. And next week we're talking about determination.
We're gonna get some common sense up in here.
Yeah, we're talking about common sense.
You can sense it in the air.
It's pretty common.
Particles.
I can feel it
Coming in the air tonight.
I for this moment forever, love.